Hi, cities. How are you doing? Welcome to Naya Sim, and thank you all so much for all the love and support. Hope you all are doing great. So, Crystal Black is kind of a little bit late to this conversation, but yeah, she actually made a great point because she ended up chatting some people up over this conversation, and you definitely will see the conversation she had with some people. And you all remember there was a time Palestinians said that, that they are asking Black people to die for them, right? Whether it be in the war front or anything and all that. And they said, yes, that Black people should put them first before any other person, right? So why the whole thing, what's going on, they were like, Black people have a lot of power and that Black people should, try to dismantle the system that is killing them and also killing us. And I am like, which system are we dismantling? Because Black people, are Black people going to dismantle your own system? Because they feel like, Black people, I don't understand where they get the mindset from. Black people have a lot of power to dismantle what is going on in their own end and also dismantle ours. When we are fighting, Black people are fighting so hard to dismantle what is going on in their own, in their own lives, and they want Black people to forfeit everything going on for them and focus on them. That is to tell you how selfish some people could be and all that. So you are definitely going to see the conversation Crystal Black had with them, and also her own read, because you all already know that she's a queen of read. Stegly, let's get into it.
Well, hello there. I'm gonna need y'all to follow me because I'm a little bit late, but let's walk through this.
Us to stop upholding the system, you're asking us to stop living. So, in other words, you're asking us to die for you, whether it be on the battleground, in a possible civil war, if we were ever to...
Yes, I'm asking you to stop upholding the systems that are killing you and us. I do not understand where the disconnect is. We are talking about the same thing, but reaching a completely different conclusion. I am saying that the system that exists right now is actively killing African Americans. The system that you have right now is actively oppressing every single American. And every single American is oppressed and still oppressing other people. I do not understand where the disconnect is. A civil war? Do you think if this lasts much longer, all those genocides that are happening, who's going to get drafted? Who's going to get drafted into the military? Why do you think that system exists? So they can feed on poorer, marginalized groups, so they end up in the same fucking system that oppresses them. The same military system that they fly you out to come and kill us. I do not understand where the disconnect is. If we are facing the same struggles, where is the disconnect? And no Palestinian came out and said our genocide is more important than any other genocide. Absolutely nobody has said that. In all my videos, I have addressed also other genocides. When Palestinians speak about Palestine, it's because they are consumed by it. We're watching our people be killed. We have no fucking capacity, and we are still advocating for every other person. We are asking you, the people of the free world, to speak up for all of us. No one's asking you to die for us. No one. I am asking you to stop advocating for those who kill us. And when I say she's an ex-cop, she's a persecutor, she is a part of the system, of the same system, that when a Black African-American person calls the cops, they end up being shot at and killed. That system is the one I'm referring to. It's the same system that is signing bombs to be shipped to the Middle East so you guys can kill us. This is the system I'm talking about. I am saying we are a part of the same struggle. I am saying we are both oppressed. I am saying we need to dismantle the system. And you're refusing to see that. And that's okay. You know what? That's more than okay. You said it. You don't want to die for strangers. And that's okay. You know what? That's okay. But don't look back at textbooks and wonder how all those atrocities happened. Because it happens because of people who turn their eye and say, this is not my problem. I'm already facing so much. Because people under the Nazi regime said the same thing. People under slavery said the same thing. It's the same thing that's been happening when the Iraq war happened. When people knew, you know what? I don't even need to explain that one. I don't even need to explain that one to Americans.
All y'all that say this, who do you want us to vote for? Right? So I watched that video and I noticed that one of my mutuals reposted. So I reached out to them. I said, hey, since we're mutuals, I wanted to ask why you reposted this video. I thought I would get a reply with specific like details and breaking down of what they thought or some shit like that, right? Instead I get, did you watch it or dismiss it because you don't like her? She's essentially saying the struggles of the oppressed are interconnected and encouraging people to stand together against systems of oppression. Is that not the sole purpose of being a leftist? Who said I didn't like the bitch? But he decided to explain to me what she was saying instead of explaining why he reposted it and what his thoughts were on it, which is clearly what I was asking. I said, I don't know her, LOL. Why would you assume I didn't like her? I don't now. I've seen her, but I had no idea who she was. And I'm not a leftist. That's for y'all, meaning white folk. But she's literally using black trauma to tell black people what we should and shouldn't do. This is odd to me. In addition, our leaders have always stood with them while they did nothing for us. So I'm confused. He gonna say stood with them. I said, yes. Does she have another video talking about African American struggles? I couldn't find one. This motherfucker gonna say, I don't know who's our leaders and who's them. What race am I? Yeah, I was just curious on your mindset on it. That was my question. He gonna say, so if Malcolm X, James Baldwin, Huey Newton, Angela Davis, etc. are essentially saying the exact same thing she is, why is she in the wrong? I guess I'm confused. My mindset is liberation, always has been. I said, oh, so you do know who our leaders are. Liberation, what about the Afro-Palestinian liberation? But besides that, do you think it's appropriate to use black trauma to make a point? I'm confused in the trajectory of this conversation. He gonna say you didn't specify an original message. Once you did, it became clear. Not sure why you're being so condescending when I'm not. I said condescending is akin to aggressive to me right now. Where was I condescending? You were our leaders them when you were well aware of what I meant. He gonna say I wasn't aware, hence why I asked. So I'm like, you still haven't answered my question. Is black trauma okay to use against black people? And then I was like, don't gaslight me about something else. He said, you seem like you want to fight and I can't really make out why. And then to the no gaslighting, I say the same, but it seems I'm the perpetual bad guy in this convo for some reason. I said a fight. I haven't said anything indicating a fight. It's funny to me when y'all show y'all's microaggressions. You're essentially calling me aggressive. Let's not play games. I asked you a question. If I wanted to fight, you know, but you can't answer the question because you don't know an answer. And I went over that. And he said, I'm getting tired of words put in my mouth being told what I actually mean when it isn't all what I said. That's the interesting to me. Hold on. So I'm like, who you voting for? This motherfucker gonna say, I don't care who anyone votes for. I'm an uncommitted voter. And I said, I'm asking because she said she a cop. She's saying Kamala cop. And how are you uncommitted? Like, y'all weren't uncommitted with Biden. And she said she is. Then he start going off about reducing to race and only race is pretty wild to me. Lethal military, appropriately strong border, stronger border than Trump. See what I'm saying? They saying Trump, then all this other stuff. And he said, is that what a black woman versus Trump is saying? I said, yup. Then I'm like, it's only two options. Because it'd be different if a third party candidate had attention like Trump and Kamala, but they don't. You know what I mean? Then you gonna say there's not only two options. You know damn well it is. And so I said, how did you build your platform? I'm like, keep avoiding the question, I'll tell me. And I said, y'all built your platforms off black trauma, you included. And he said, and that means what? I'm obligated to vote the way you, not all black people, by the way, not even most, tell me to? Then, gonna say, with who the fuck said anything about Trump. Please be so for real. You can't gaslight me. And I said a whole bunch of shit. Well, I called, I don't know what I said, but he admitted to using black trauma to be his platform and then gonna try to backpedal and say he didn't say that. He literally said, so what? Does that mean I have to do? Bruh, they're literally have went hand in hand with white supremacists to fucking vote for Trump. They did not do this shit for Biden. It was vote blue, whoever who. But a black woman come in office and y'all find all kind of sorts of fucking problems with her. When you could fucking do that after she's in office and push for her to listen. But instead of having a nigga in office, you rather have a white supremacist. Because that's what y'all was calling him. Y'all was saying that he was a dictator. Y'all was saying all that bullshit. Now black women running for office and now Trump is the better option. I ain't no dumb bitch. I know exactly what y'all on. Y'all care less about black people than anybody. And this is the type shit that I'm saying. Black people don't have no fucking allies and never fucking have. We supposed to, all these motherfuckers talking about voting for Trump. Fuck y'all. Fuck you to the highest fucking extent. I wish I had a for you to suck it.
Many of us do not understand racism, but we're not even aware that we don't understand it. Many people believe that racism is purely a stratification of treatment based off the color of one's skin. There is a degree of racism that is concerned with the color of your skin, but the secret of understanding racism is found in the name, race. There are people who are darker than you that can still get access that you will never be able to get under the white power structure. And you know why? Because the white power structure isn't concerned with skin color. It is concerned with the oppression of the African race of people. I know Indian people that are darker than me. Why do they not receive the same or worse treatment that I do? Not to say they don't receive any bad treatment, but why do they not receive the same or worse treatment that I do? And in no way is this targeted towards Indian people. That's just an example. Because there are many ethnic groups who are naturally more melanated, found in some places in Asia, found in some places in South America, found in some places in the Caribbean, who again share our complexion, but still are unwilling to recognize our humanity and want any part with us. That's the same reason why Ice Spice is lighter than some Caucasians I know, but she will still fundamentally receive the treatment of a black woman in America. Because the systems of racism have been built upon the oppression of people of African ancestry. The idea that racism is concerned with how dark or light you are is only a byproduct of a system that has been focused on a group who is naturally more melanated than the entire population. And for that exact reason is why POC unity often is not a real thing, because these people will be the same color as you, sometimes darker than you, and still will not like you. Because the world isn't built upon the oppression of darker people. The world is built upon the oppression of African people and indigenous people too. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that. And that's why the African race of people must have their own agenda for their own protection, because I promise you, everybody who shares the same melanin potency in your skin is not your friend. And not to say that darker skinned people around the world have it easy, because that stratification of skin color definitely exists. But what I'm saying is that the institutions that have been built upon African oppression have been reserved for African people. Peace out.
So this is all I got from this video, and I am going to show you the man that Crystal Black had this conversation with about whom to vote for and whom not to vote for, right? Now, I think she's actually late to the whole conversation, because the first one she stitched to, happened I think last month. And, when Palestinians became already crazy that black people choose somebody, decided that they are good, majority black, let me not say all black people, or supporting Kamala Harris, and they did not find that funny, right? So to them, why would black people uphold, to them, black people are colonizers and black people are upholding a system. And according to them also, they said that black people also have so much power to stop some certain things. And black people were like, wait, are we on the same planet, or you are just on your own and all that? If we all already remember that it was a whole lot of going back and forth. Why? Because they feel like we do not have any say, or we are not supposed to take a peek, or we are not supposed to stand up for ourselves. So to them, they feel like, we should put them first before any other person, because their own genocide is more important than the one happening all over the world. And also, you all already know that Congo also is going through their own genocide, Sudan, Haiti, and all that, right? But Black people actually made out time to make sure that they were supported. I mean, Black people really came through for them, right? So, and all of a sudden, it's now became a case of, why would you support me and at some point pull out, you know? And I am going to say this. I have said this before in most of the videos that I made back then. I understand that Black people are compassionate people. Black women are just super awesome. They are superhumans. They are God on their own, right? But like, you know, there is nothing wrong with being selfish sometimes, especially when you know that, I mean, it is time for you to focus on certain things. It is time for you to go back home and do things for yourself and all that. Do not let people also trip you, because at some point it was as if, like, you know, some people were going to feel like kind of guilty that they probably are supporting somebody, or they are decided to, like, you know, take care of their home. Because I call it taking care of their home, because I mean, a whole lot is also happening in US and all in America and all that. And also Black people need to pay attention, because election was coming and they really needed to, like, you know, take care of their home front, right? So that did not go well, and it became a very big problem. And to my great surprise, they said they are not going to vote for, I mean, like, they are going to vote for third party, or some said that they are going to vote for Trump, which I do not have problem with whoever anybody chose to vote for. But the truth is that some of them are really not smart, right? Because if they are smart, they definitely will understand that Black people are still doing them favor, because the way the whole thing is going, Black people are also looking for somebody that they can easily communicate with, somebody that will also listen to them, you know, and all that. And in the end, it is still going to favor them, because if only they know, some of them that are in America are actually migrants, right? Some are illegal, some are not illegal. And you all already know that the other one is anti-migrant and all that. And peradventure, he becomes the power. He is actually sending all of them home. And some of them are also Muslim. And also he is homophobic when it comes to that. And like, are they not supposed to reason with their brain and understand that, man, there is two ways to some certain things, especially when it comes to politics? But their mind did not tell them that. I mean, they all came all off on Black people, calling Black people backstabbers. Like, you know, you all decided to leave us in the middle of the sea to go, like, you know, that, I mean, like, to go fend for yourselves. Like, I am supposed to fend for you before fending for myself in the middle of the sea, you know? So, yeah. That is what has happened, but I am super happy and super grateful that Black people chose themselves before any other person, and that is how it should be, you know. I want you also to know that just a soft reminder, Black people do not have allies, you know. I understand, like, I can tell you that during the period that the Palestinian thing was really going on, that a lot of people also lost their job, because they were really very passionate about speaking up for the oppressed. Why? Because Black people already have been oppressed, and they understand what it means to be oppressed. And now let me tell us something. Like I keep telling them, when Black people decided that they are going to support whoever they are supporting at this point in time, I want you to know that they did not tell anybody to come and help them fight for anything. It was them saying that it is time to go back and focus on our own problem, right? And also that because Black people supported people during your own period is also not like, you know, Black people support is not transactional. That also does not mean that you are also going to support Black people when they need help, right? But yeah, you all are supposed to use your brain, the brain that God gave us, without collecting any penny from us. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.